Hey everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking up a storm. I'll let you guys all log in. Give you a few seconds while I juice up. Let's get the oven going, see who signs in.
So fun fact about Jagger, he likes to turn the heat up all the way and then walk away with nothing in his pan.
Anyone on? All right. Hey guys, how are you? I just wanted to welcome you to our French kitchen here at the Avenue Bistro on Bayview in Toronto. Today is going to be an incredible day because we are cooking up what's called Bourguignon. It's a French stew that's based with a red wine reduction, mushrooms, a really fine cut of beef, and I will show you. I've listed the shopping ingredients that you might need, or that if you wanted to participate in this program. So I will walk you through the steps easily first. Now, let's go through the ingredients that we need. Hey, Vishu, how are you? What's going to be needed from you is onions, carrots, tomato paste, mushrooms, beef broth. Now, for the normal person at home that doesn't reduce their own bones, doesn't make their own broth, this is what the easiest part is buying a low sodium beef broth. Now remember, when you buy low sodium things, you can always add salt later. It's always best because some people have dietary restrictions, not even that, but there's no reason to have over salted things. You can always add salt to later. Butter, of course, in French cooking, red wine and butter. Do you need anything, Vish? Yes.
Yeah, can I make some brulees? Because we only have 2 left.
So I would like to get maybe 12 creme brulees for tonight.
12, right?
Yeah, and make sure we'll have the oven on set. We won't touch the oven. That way it'll settle right, okay? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. You're good? Yeah, I just need all the mise en place ready for tonight's service, and we're good to go. Make sure we flip over from the lunch service to the dinner service. So I need to have more duck confit up on board. I'll also need to have our steaks lined up, pulled forward, and make sure we have enough Wagyu for tonight. Thank you. Okay, sorry guys. All right, so let's get back. So the first thing is, let's see, bring them on camera. Bring who on camera? Oh, bring them on camera. Hey guys, say hey.
Hey, hi.
Sorry, my kitchen's still, my dining room's still full. We just finished up, but I'm keeping my consistency and continuity with this program, and we're going to continue on with this. Okay, all right, so here we go. Basically, I have a hot pan. Who doesn't love butter? A little butter. A little hot oil. So we're going to sear off the meat. Now, always remember, bringing your meat to a room temperature is ideal. That way the muscles relax. Because what happens when you have a cold piece of meat and you hit it with a hot flame, it seizes up. And you don't want that. Basically what you want to do is just let it relax, hit it nice and hard with heat, get a nice crust brown, and then what you do from there is, and then you can reduce it into a stock or a flavoring profile that will break down after a while. But you want to have a chew to it also in the Bourguignon. You don't want to break it down where it just melts in your mouth off the bone type deal. You want a little chew. So follow me. So you grab a nice piece of beef that you would like to use. We use only the best. I have a really hot pan going here. Never overcrowd a pan. If you overcrowd a pan, it cools down too fast. So you want to do it in sections. But it depends on how many people you're cooking for. So I put 2 pounds in there, and that's going to be cooked up to 6 to 8 people. Because you're going to add a lot of other things, some onions, some carrots, you know, and a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms are the biggest thing in this also. So we use king oyster mushrooms. You ever see these mushrooms? They're so delicate and beautiful. They're really erotic, especially if you cut them and you can just sear them. What happens is it gives a nice little crustacean glaze on it. It's to die for. Want to get a nice crust brown. I'll show you. Sous chef. Thank you. Hey chef, can I get a pair of tongs?
Yes, chef.
Thank you. Okay, so always have everything ready that you need to go before. Never really, just remember, never overcook anything. Get a good sear on it. As you can see, the crust is coming on. This nice brown. After that, you just turn up the heat a little bit. Now, for the ones that have electricity at home or induction cookers, it takes a little longer. A Dutch oven's really amazing. So if you have a Dutch oven, you can sear your meat in there, sear everything in there, cook it down, and you can, what's called deglazing, which I'm going to show you. After the fat has pulled itself to the pan, which means it's starting to stick, it's starting to caramelize everything onto the frying pan. Then we have these little bits, these little crystalline bits that you want to deglaze with red wine. Now never use a red wine that you wouldn't drink. Rule of thumb. Flavor of choice today. Now, the trick is we'll let that sit down, reduce. I love roasting my garlic. Now, roasting garlic is a really big thing. When you take it, you can take it out of the bulb, or if you have a bulb, you just shave off the top, pour olive oil on top of it, stick it in the oven for 350, and let it sit for 15-20 minutes, and the little bulbs will pop out. Then you can use that on anything. So what I do is I do that, and then I take this, and then I blend it and turn it into a paste. So adding garlic. Adding garlic to the wine. Thank you. Thanks, chef. So we're gonna let that reduce. And then from there, I'm gonna add some more stock. And then we're gonna let that reduce, okay? I will not be using this. We make our own veal stock. Remember that. If you have the time, and you have a burner that you want to spend 12 hours on reducing. Now veal stock, what that is you're taking veal bones and you're reducing it in a water bath, and then basically just after hours and hours and hours, it's all the flavoring, the marrow is pulled out, and it slowly reduces. And if you reduce it way in so too much, it pretty much turns into what's called a glaze, a demi-glaze. It's so thick and pungent and full of flavor. It's like rock solid, but this is what adds flavor to everything. Very expensive. So moving forward, we're letting this reduce. We're making a beef bourguignon in the Avenue Bistro here in Toronto. I'm going to be adding my stock, which is homemade. Tomato paste. You only need a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. That is like, it almost gives it a umami, a savory, and a thickening agent also. Let that reduce. And And then we're gonna hit it up with some mushrooms. Now remember what I said about mushrooms? Sear them off the same way you did as the steaks. Give them a nice caramelized texture. Because the more you caramelize, the more flavor profiles come out of it. Such as what I've done here. I'll let the sauces work together. And if you really don't have time to make this at home, and you'd really like to try it, you can come to the Avenue Bistro and I'll make it for you. It's a great place, it's a French setting, and the food is to die for because, hey, I'm making it this weekend. I'll be here till, I'll be here tonight. I'll be here also Tuesday night if you'd like to come down. All right, so we're breaking down the beef bourguignon. I'm gonna add some mushrooms now. That'll give its heartiness. I'm gonna add some pearl onions. You can add any onion you want. And thyme. Thyme is one of the biggest things because that's all we have is time, right? Making beef bourguignon is time consuming, so don't forget your time. All right, and the last thing you would do is when you add, adding carrots, you always want to add the carrots till later. So what I do is I blanch my carrots first. I have heirloom carrots here. And the trick is, by blanching the carrots, what it does, it allows you to put it in at the end. So rather than utilizing, because the carrots release a lot of sugars too, so it kind of counterbalances it out. But what I like to do is I really want just to add these at the end. That way they're still pliable and there's a bite to it, because I really don't like when you're sitting at a plate and you put a piece of carrot in your mouth and it dissolves and it's mush. I don't want baby food. I want something that has a nice little bite to it. So this will go into my oven or my stock pot and I'll put a lid on it. I'll let it sit. I'll cover it. And I'll let that sit for as long as it's needed, depending on the size of your order or how much your recipe is calling for, which I've indicated on the previous message. I'm Chef Jagger Gordon, reaching out to you saying this is how we make Bourguignon from France here at the Avenue Bistro in Toronto. Have a powerful day and happy weekend. And I look forward to seeing you at the Restaurant Canada show, as I'll be on stage demonstrating food and talking about the Feed It Forward program to everyone in Canada that is in the service industry. It's about making a difference, and without your help, we couldn't do it. Have a powerful day. Thank you very much.